Good afternoon. I'm back from the Natal Midlands. I had a wonderful and blessed time up there, but good to be back in Fishhook here in the Cape. And I hope you had a good weekend too. Let's get straight into our next study. Today we are going to look at who the third kingdom represents. Now remember, we have to look at the characteristics of these beasts in order to identify as to who they are. Verse 6 of Daniel chapter 7 says, "And after that I looked, and there before me was another beast, one that looked like a leopard. On its back it had 4 wings like those of a bird. This beast had 4 heads, and it was given authority to rule." One verse, giving us all the information we need to try and understand who this kingdom is. It's interesting here that we note that this beast looked like a leopard. So it shows that it had the strength of a leopard. It was strong. It also tells us that it had 4 wings. Interesting here, again, remember wings symbolizes speed. So somehow this kingdom takes over the world with speed. It doesn't take a long time, it's a short time. And I want you to notice something else. It had 4 heads. Now remember, 4 always symbolizes totality or whole. That means it was the whole world that came under its dominance again. But the interesting thing here at this time is that this beast was given authority to rule, as we read there in verse 6. None of the other beasts, for example, the lion beast was given the heart of a man, which symbolizes again the fact that man was to have dominion over the beasts and that he was responsible to them. We see in the bear-like beast that he was to fill himself up, showing that he had control over all flesh. But here we see for the first time that dominion is granted to this beast. Now I want you to notice something that's very important here. And that is that we sense in this verse that we don't receive dominion from something we do, but dominion always comes from God. Now this is quite a sobering thought when you think of the fact that sometimes when people do things, these great powers, we tend to think that it is God that is doing it through them. But I want you to understand something here, that it's very important to understand this. One should, however, not confuse the giving of power with its management. You see, although God gave this third beast dominion over the whole world, how he ruled the world was not God's hand. It was how he treated it. So the power lies in God's hand. And by giving it over to this kingdom, he placed responsibility on them for the way in which they handled this power. This is very important to pick up here. We see that this beast receives 4 heads. Its dominion is over the whole world, and it says it was given authority to rule. None of the other kingdoms were given this authority. But how does this kingdom rule? Another interesting thing about it is that this kingdom didn't just rule over the world, but the effect of this kingdom was, in actual fact, so deep that it even extends to this day. Now we're going to see in the next chapter, chapter 8, what this kingdom really is. But already, if you think of history, and you can go and look at this, we find that we have the Babylonian Empire, we find the Medo-Persian Empire, and the next great kingdom to follow under Alexander's rule was the kingdom of Greece. That's correct. And if you just think of it now, how much of Greek thinking and philosophy is still found in the world today. It is amazing the impact that this culture had on the world's future. What we do with this is in our hands. I'm looking forward to studying the next few parts of Daniel chapter 7. But today I want to just draw your attention to this fact, that if you have successfully managed to do incredible things, and perhaps you think it's that by your power that you have managed to do this, I want you to notice here that the power was given to you by our Heavenly Father. How you use this power, He's going to ask of you. May God bless you today as you use the gifts that He has given to you to edify and to assist and to help man, to be a blessing to man and to our Heavenly Father. God bless you.